Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. We are going to talk about the astrology of the week ahead in this broadcast, and I'm also going to do a tarot oracle reading for all of us that are watching this video live and also watching the replay, and the reading is for the energies of the week. So I hope that you guys are having a good week so far. Let me say hi to you guys that are in the chat. Hello, Raven. Welcome in. Hello, Kim. Hello, Lynette and Joni. Welcome, welcome. Hey, babe. How's it going? So yeah, if you want to, be a part of this channel in, I guess, in a deeper way, I would recommend that you actually get on my email list, because that's the best way to stay in contact with workshops that are coming up, live events that are coming up, and classes and courses and all that good stuff. So the way to do that is actually to download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. And then you're in the email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report. It goes out every Wednesday morning, and this is the astrological forecast for the week ahead. So you get this show on Mondays and then the email on Wednesdays. So you're always kind of like a good 15 days or 10 days ahead. So thank you for being here. Also, if you're new to this content, to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome in. And to find out of all the things that are happening on the channel, I have links below in the description of this video. So when you go to the description, you'll see everything that is like the most recent things that are going on. So we're having a Meta Power Challenge happening soon. It starts October 17th. There's still time to sign up, you guys. If anybody does want to join that challenge, send me an email. The challenge is actually free to join. It's basically a group of us doing this, the new doTERRA line called Meta Power, which is amazing for metabolic health, health in general, integumentary health, so your skin and your tissues. And then also there is a powerful anti-aging aspect to these new products. And doTERRA has the most amazing ingredients, and everything is like non-GMO. They don't put all those gnarly ingredients that most things have that you can find on the shelf. So they pride themselves on this. This is why I trust this company so much. So if you are interested in doing this with us, then let me know. I also have available now the Aquarian Astrology Module 7, which is an astrology course focused all on the planet Jupiter in your chart and everything that has to do with Jupiter. The class already happened. Was it last week or the week before? I don't even know. I'm kind of lost in an abyss right now. Kind of crazy, but the class is now available. There's a replay, and there are 6 other modules that precede this module 7. Yeah, Rebecca says doTERRA rocks. Yes, that precede this module, and so you can take a whole course starting with the basics of astrology and moving all the way up to the planet Jupiter. The next one that we do is going to be Saturn. And yeah, so exciting. I also sell jewelry and stuff. For example, I'm wearing one of the earrings that I sell on my website. This is Flower of Life and bee earrings. If you're interested in cool spiritual jewelry, then check out my online shop. There's a link below. And I also do custom jewelry orders. Although I've been so busy lately, I haven't really been able to keep up with the custom orders. So everything's pretty much like on hold right now for that. But check out the shop because everything that's on there is available and I can send it out like right away if you like it. Hello, Maria. Welcome in. Hello, Raessa. Welcome in. Hello, Lisa. Joan said, I missed this. Did you do a video? I'll go back and rewatch. Yeah, send me an email, Joni, or I have to write that down to remind myself. But yes, we are going to do an awesome challenge, and I'm going to write your name down right now and make a note to myself to send you an email. But it starts the 17th, and we did do a video. So it's called the Meta Power. It's called How to Live Younger Longer. That's what the video is called. So go check that broadcast out. That happened like a few weeks ago, but I'll also send you an email and we can have a conversation about it. So yes, Maricela, hello, welcome in. Nelvin, welcome in. Colette, welcome in. Okay, so let's dive into the astrology of this week. So we just had this really intense, beautiful, powerful full moon in the sign of Aries that happened yesterday. It reached its apex around 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, somewhere around there, like late afternoon-ish on the West Coast. And it was a really intense moon. I actually did a human design transit reading, the very first one ever. I looked back at it and I'm like laughing at myself because there's a couple of things that I like made a couple of mistakes. Like just, it's funny when I said like in the beginning, there was this one thing I said it was the ajna, but it was actually the head center. But anyways, I'm laughing at myself because it was the very first one. So I am so excited to continue to do those. And it was a really, really powerful message that came through in terms of looking at the full moon through the human design and the channel that's being activated. So it was the channel of initiation, and both in the gene keys and in human design, it's like this very powerful mystical channel that has the potential to wake us up, to help us have a powerful awakening. And I know myself, I've been having such really strong like epiphanies lately, important like downloads for myself personally in my life, like seeing the world, like thinking collectively, like thinking about the whole world, like the globe is like on my mind, all the whole earth, and I've had these very like big wide perspective moments where I see us, our light workers and the role and that we chose to play during these crazy times. So it's been a little bit like somber, but at the same time, I do have a lot of hope for the future. And this is why we're here, right? So that it was a really awesome broadcast. And so we came out of this energy of the full moon. And this week, the main things that we're going to see some trines to Saturn. We're also going to see a square to Neptune from Mars. And that's going to be pretty intense. So I feel like the energy of the trines, it's basically the sun trining Saturn and then also Venus trining trining Saturn, and the energy of those trines are going to be like good and positive, and will sort of give us the ability to like move through the energy of the Mars square Neptune, because that square, it can feel really a bit kind of intense. So the timing of the events is that basically tomorrow, which is Tuesday, we're going to see the sun make a trine to Saturn. And then the next day, on the 12th, we're going to see the Mars make the square to Neptune. And also, Mercury has also moved back into Libra, which is basically after it ended its retrograde, it's now returning back into Libra. So it has to go through the degrees of Libra once again. I mean, did I say Mars? I meant Mercury. I don't know. Anyways, but Mercury is our mind, and it's our ability to understand things. And it's also our desire to find balance and harmony, and to understand like all perspectives and make sure that everyone's voice is heard. That's that energy of Libra and the expression and the mind of Mercury. Lisa says it was really cool way to see it than regular astrology. Yeah, the human design reading. Yeah, I had so much fun doing it. Kim says your reading has really helped me through this energy. Thank you. You're welcome, Kim. Hello, Veronica. Welcome in. Yeah, it's a lot. So then we continue on through the week, and on the 14th, which I don't know exactly which day it is. It's probably, let's see if it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's Friday. That's the day that Venus trines Saturn. So remember, I talked about this, that the sun is going through these transits, and then Venus is just following right behind. So the sun and Venus are coming closer and closer and closer together. They're going to come fully together in a conjunction called the superior conjunction on October 22nd. And that is one of the most powerful shifts for humanity. Although there is this kind of air of, basically, there's a dark night before we find the harmony and the balance, which kind of sucks. But usually, you know, like we know the deal. We're on Earth. This is how it works on Earth. It usually gets worse before it gets better. And yeah. So that's that. Not going to go deeper into that. But we are going through this sort of collective, very collective kind of dark night right now. A huge shift in humanity's perspective. There's an evolution going on. There's like a mutation going on. And it's going to definitely feel, a lot of people talk about this, like we're moving into, you know, a dark age, not a light age. And we're moving into sort of that, the same frequency, the same transits that we're kind of going on during the dark ages. And so the Renaissance will come, right? Our version of the Renaissance is going to arrive on this planet, but I think it's going to take a minute for like the whole consciousness of the planet to sort of catch up or catch on to the work that we're setting the foundation. Basically, you have to think of yourself as a way shower, someone who is, you know, setting the foundation. We're not going to probably see a lot of the, you know, the harmony and that we, you know, desire in the collective, but, you know, right away. But I think we're maybe one of the most important, you know, roles that is taking place right now with light workers is they're setting the foundation. They're like starting, you know, showing the way. And we're definitely on a certain, you know, wavelength and frequency, and there is a split in the collective. So there's just a lot. It's just a lot, and I can feel this really heavily now, as you know, as everything is going on, you know, like if you watch the news, all this stuff. So it's a little bit gnarly, I won't lie. Oh, Raven, you should watch it. It's really amazing. So yeah, and I think individually we're all going through dark nights of the soul, because we ourselves are in this process of basically rethinking everything about our lives. You know, there's so many things that we used to do things a certain way, but things are changing so quickly that we have to rethink. We have to just, everything is going, it's like going to be a new world, like a new world is coming, and it is on the horizon, but I think it's going to take a minute. So anyways, I'm like derailing the conversation there. But we're going to see on Friday, Venus make a trine to Saturn. And I think that will also be a transit that has a positive frequency that brings in a little bit more stability, especially within our relationships. So that will be, you know, very present on Friday. But the Sun trine Saturn, so this is that's the transit that is happening basically tomorrow. And this is about, it's like Saturn has to do with responsibility. And the sun is like our soul. It's the essence of who we are. And so sometimes we don't really recognize ourselves for everything that we did, for the work that we've done. Like we've come a long way at the same time that it feels like we're just babies, you know, on this process of understanding what life really is. And it's true, because also if you think of it astrologically, like a great year, which, you know, refers to the precession of the equinoxes, and the precession of the ages, is basically like this huge time span on Earth. And to us, it seems like, well, our lives are so minute compared to this time space, this cycle of time, that we can't quite see the change and the shift in one lifetime. But if you think back, or you tune into past lives, or the memory of past lives, or even just the knowing as a starseed of the true history of this planet and this galaxy and this solar system, the more that you are going to understand that how far we've actually come. So this Sun trine Saturn transit can help us remember recognize ourselves, you know, for the efforts that we've done, and feel good about it. Feel good about like taking responsibility for both, you know, ourselves and the things that we can actually control. This is also a good time to really focus on your goals. Saturn is like, you know, he's like a one-minded kind of person, but it's a steady rise. Saturn is like the steady climb. He will succeed eventually, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. There's commitment there and determination, and that's what Saturn, you know, brings into the essence of our soul. So if we work hard, we will achieve the things that we want to achieve. So if you have a long-term goal, this is a good time to sort of, you know, jump into it again, or feel good about it again, and do something that will help you to get a little closer to the goal. It's also a time to really take responsibility for ourselves. Whereas the next day, when we see the Mars squaring Neptune, that is very confusing energy. Like, that doesn't really feel good at all. Mars is drive and action, and Neptune is like in a square or in opposition. The hard aspects to Neptune usually create like confusion and lack of clarity, and it's almost like the fog. I always refer to it as like the fog that fills up the room where you're driving, and it's fog, and you have to stop. Like, you can't just keep flying through the fog, because obviously that's like where the accidents happen, right? The fog can also freeze or whatever, you know, like there's all this crazy symbolism there, but it can feel like you can't see clearly. And so this energy can cause like suspicion, or, you know, you're not really sure about what to do, what to say. And then it also causes Mars to feel a little bit weak. So in terms of us personally, we may feel like discouraged instead of encouraged, right? So, and it's because of this, the influence of like the confusing energy that is built up. What's really important is not to get down on yourself. If you do feel discouraged this week, if you do feel like you can't, you know, you can't move forward. It sucks that we have like the Sun trine Saturn, but then Mars is like in this kind of detrimental energy, right? Because Mars is our power and our drive. So look to where Mars is in your chart and see how your own way of taking action can help aligned with the sun trine, Saturn. Hopefully it's in a good aspect to that trine, but look to see where's your strength in taking action, and allow sort of the collective Mars square Neptune transit to just pass by and wait, literally wait till the fog clears. And like I said, when Venus makes the her trine to Saturn, this brings in the stability. Like this helps us feel a little bit more stable in our own lives personally. So that's basically the energy of the week. And remember too that since this full moon has ended, we are now officially moving to eclipse season, which is revolution, powerful change, both individually and collectively. Next time, oh God, I can't even believe it that I'm kind of like, holy moly, this is going to be so intense. This moon launched just into eclipse season, and the energy of it has the potential to be like this amazing thing, right? But it's like, you never know. So in literally, because the new and full moons have been like hitting us so fast. Already is less than 2 weeks away, the eclipse. And it's a solar eclipse. It's a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. And it's also a south node eclipse, which means karmic. Ugh. And Scorpio with, death, change, transformation, the tower falling, all those things that we just dread about the spiritual path. We think it's all, like rainbows and unicorns. And it's like, no, the real G's know that is not how spiritual path is. Unfortunately, that's an illusion. That's very Neptunian. The real spiritual path is the path of the warrior. Literally, like Crazy Horse, like, you got to get on your horse, you got to put on your armor. And you got to be a warrior. And you have to face your demons. You have to battle with your own demons, or you have to befriend your demons. You have to recognize that, your own fears, your own demons are really like, if you give them love, you disarm them. Whoa. Where did that come from? So heavy stuff coming up. No joke. And then 2 weeks later, the total full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, and it's going to be with a north node. Like, I'm so happy so I'm going on this trip to Argentina, and I'm so happy that the trip is going to be happening. I'm going to actually be down there for this full moon lunar eclipse, which is very, 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 very auspicious. So there's light at the end of that Scorpio tunnel. I'm going to pull some cards and we'll see what we get for the week. Let me check the comments real quick. I can feel the new world change so deeply. Yes, me too. Hello, Tim. Welcome in. Don't know what the trine means or how it affects us yet, but I am learning. And you will. And the more you hear the terms, you'll get more comfortable with them. And it takes time, so don't give up. Everything is always like, there's always a learning curve. But usually, if just a small little side note, sextiles and trines are positive harmonious frequencies in astrology. Squares and oppositions are called hard aspects because they bring in tension and challenges. So let me say a little prayer to clear the cards, and then we will dive right in. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, teachers, for being here with us this evening. I would like to ask help clearing the energy of the cards as well as my energy, so I can be that open channel of wisdom, grace, intuition, and these messages to flow through to everyone that is listening to this broadcast live and anyone that is watching the replay. Ad Gurei Name, Jugat Gurei Name, Sat Gurei Name, Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gurei Name, Jugat Gurei Name, Sat Gurei Name, Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gurei Name, Jugat Gurei Name, Sat Gurei Name, Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gurei Name, Jugat Gurei Name, Sat Gurei Name, Siri Guru Deve Name. All right, here we go. We're going to do our 5-card pull. Intuition card, challenge card, overall theme, wisdom from the ancestors, and animal spirits. I just figured out why sometimes I'm like, I need to close my eyes when I talk and when I channel. It's because I have inner vision in my human design, so I can literally see with my eyes closed. Isn't that epic? So I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Usually I'll close my eyes and I'm like, no. It's really cool. Wow. Holy moly. Damn. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Wisdom from the ancestors. Okay. And what is our animal spirit for the week? All right. Yes. I like that. I like that a lot. So we got some cards that I've never pulled before from this deck. And as usual, we are using Tarot of the Divine cards. So I'm not even going to use the book for this one. So this is Isis, Goddess Isis, and Set. It's the Five of Swords. This is the moment where Isis realizes that Set, her brother, has basically split Osiris, her lover and brother, into pieces. And she has to, this is the moment where she realizes she has to, well, basically she's like, I can't believe this happened. Oh my God, you can see the pieces of him on the bottom in the green. There's like a hand and a foot. That's hilarious. I'd never noticed that. So there's hope though. But this feels like we're at a moment where we might feel a little bit of despair, right? There is a, hello, Dawn, welcome in. There is, this is so connected to ancient Atlantean philosophy, just Egyptian mythology, especially the story of Isis, Osiris, Nephthys, and Set. They represent four of the major aspects of the universe, which is expression, experimentation, integration, and transcendence. So expression is Isis, experimentation is Osiris, integration is Nephthys, and transcendence is Set. And so Isis represents the expression of the universe, the Big Bang. Experimentation is literally all, that one essence, that one being exploding out and splitting itself into all these different pieces, planets, stars, galaxies, like just split itself, beings and different star beings and different planets and different places all over the universe. Just it split itself so that it could experiment, so that it could see who it could become. Who am I? And was the first question it asked itself, and then who can I become was the second question it asked itself, and then there was the Big Bang. So that's Osiris, the splitting of the one, energy, goddess, God, whatever you want to call it, into so many pieces. And then you've got integration, the integration of that Nephthys, who basically is, okay, now that I've become all of these things, I'm going to basically come back into myself. It's the expansion and then the contraction after I integrate. And when I do that, the only way you can really truly integrate in your life is by dying, letting go. It's that moment where you release. It's that moment where you surrender. It's that moment where you just literally let yourself die. Right as I said that, there was 3333 on my OBS program. It's that moment where you let yourself die, because you know that there's a rebirth. And the new you, it's the process of mutation. In a mutation, the one cell mutates into something else. There is no old stuff in the new stuff. So the mutation causes the melancholy and the depression. But then it's from that place that you really are able to push off. The minute you surrender is the minute, the ashes become the phoenix, and the phoenix rises from the ashes, and there's a rebirth. There's a powerful powerful rebirth that happens, and that's the transcendence. It's the integration of everything, the experience, and then ultimately the transcendence. That is what these characters represent. If you guys thought that there were actual gods in the past, like, no, like ancient Atlantean mythology or Egyptian mythology basically took the ancient Atlantean philosophy and gave it life, but really what it represents is this, and this is how the ancient Atlanteans knew of the universe and talked about the creation of the universe and all that good stuff. So this is, to me, what this card is telling us is that, because the moment that this card represents is the moment where Isis realizes Osiris has been split into pieces. By who? By Set, who represents the transcendence. Right? He represents death, and he understands. He's like, the only way you can be reborn and know yourself is to die. So I'm going to split you into pieces, and you'll have to put yourself back together. So she does this. She actually does this in the story, and she puts them back together. So, and then that's the integration that leads to the rebirth, the transcendence. Because obviously, once you go through the death ritual, you are reborn completely new. Nothing will be the same ever again. So this week can feel like that process of despair where things feel like everything's been split, and I have to, in a way, figure it out, put it back together in a completely new way. All right, this second card, this is so intense. So this is the Knight of Cups. But look at the imagery. I've never pulled this card before. So this looks like some kind of a king. We'll read the story because I don't know what story this comes from, but it looks, anyways, I'm not going to make any assumptions, but he's definitely holding an eagle. That is definitely an eagle in his hand. He's riding a horse. This actually reminds me of a couple of things. It reminds me of Crazy Horse. He used to he used to ride around. Well, it was said, that he flew around in a red-tailed hawk flew over him as he was, riding his horse, right? But the eagle and the hawk are both kind of like up there in the power totems of northern native tribes and Native American tribes, but this guy's got an eagle. It also reminds me of Guru Gobind Singh, who is the 10th Sikh Guru. He was the last Guru, and he was a warrior, and he went into battle too. He also had like a red-tailed hawk that rode, on his shoulder. The eagle, I mean, honestly, this feels like somebody ready for battle with the freaking, oh man, this is really intense, with the backing of 1,000, horses, the backing of, 1,000 eagles, like with the power. The eagle represents power, and it represents knowledge. It represents, the warrior. It represents, what's the other word? It represents, anyways, I am not able to remember that, but that's okay. No worries. Okay. So also in traditional tarot, the Knight of Cups is like the knight in shining armor that comes to you and offers you something. He's got the cup and he offers you something, right? And it's the offering. The cup, right? The Holy Grail. Halibu the Hunter from Mongolian legend. The Knight of Cups is a messenger. Halibu is kind and gentle while also willing to take a stand for what he believes in. Halibu provides for his village, and after befriending a dragon, the dragon also represents power. He willingly sacrifices himself to save everyone he loves. Wow. So chivalry, affection, invitations, taking action, meaningful gifts, all of these things can be, so this week the challenge, because this is the challenge card, it may be challenging to receive the gift, or you may not see it because you're in the moment of despair. So you have to open your eyes to the gift of the despair, to the gift of the difficult moment. to the gift of the separation, because it teaches you to bring yourself back together. And that's what we're on right now in the world. We're Osiris right now. We've done enough experimenting, but we're getting ready to do the integration process here on Earth, on the planet. And only after that will we be able to transcend, right? The energy of transcendence. But let's just bring it back to this week, right? I'm talking like astrological ages. It's like, whoa, we're going way out there. But that's a really powerful message. So the next card we got, I also have not ever pulled this card in this deck. At least I don't remember. But look at it. She's climbing up the ladder. She's climbing up the ladder. What does this mean? This is such powerful symbolism. The overall theme, we're on our way up. Like, we're individually and collectively, like we're trying to get up there. We're trying to see what's up there. What's up there, right? The eagle represents the view from up above, but in order for us to get there, right, we don't have wings. So we have to walk up the path. We have to really put the work to get up there, to see the bigger picture. This is the story of the enchanted pig from Romania. The Three of Wands represents hard work and travel. The princess takes a long journey to rescue her prince, making sacrifices and surviving trials along the way. If she stays motivated, her efforts will be rewarded. But the problem is that this card came out reversed for us. So the overall theme is, instead of like the reward, the freedom, like the moving forward, we might be experiencing a returning home, a wallowing, a frustration, or maybe even delays. This feels like the Mars square Neptune energy, and the wisdom from the ancestors, the Seven of Swords. Basically, beware of like deceit and lies. Coyote from the Pacific Northwest, a Salish legend. The Seven of Swords is a trickster, and the coyote represents deceit in all forms, from small pranks to terrible scandals. He is clever and manipulative, but more often than not, he is caught by his own schemes and has to pay dearly for them. This is asking you, our spirit guides are asking us to have a strategy, to be cunning, to not, honestly, to be wary of thievery, cheating, manipulation, right? The deceit. Be careful of deceit, which can definitely happen with that energy of Mars square Neptune. That can definitely bring in some deceit. But the power in us is, right here. Find the gift in the transition. Find the power in the knowing, right? Going from the scorpion to the eagle. It's the same as the scorpion. Well, the eagle to really be able to see, hello mama, to really be able to see has to become the scorpion. The eagle becomes the scorpion because he has to close his eyes and go inward. Hello April, close his eyes and go inside, because the truth lies within. And that's the key. That's the moment of surrender. That's the moment of the transformation that happens. So I think this week is bringing in a really powerful transformation too. But again, it always feels worse before it gets better. I actually really like that the animal that we got for the week is the elephant. The elephant, I'll show you the card in a moment. Okay, so the beautiful elephant, also known as Ganesh in the Hindu tradition or Hindu mythology, the elephant is unstoppable. It's also very auspicious. So the auspiciousness is coming, and it's really going to be with that full moon, total lunar eclipse in Taurus. And the elephant is also wise. So he's telling us you can be unstoppable. He's bringing in, the good luck, and he's also bringing us wisdom. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. Fuck yes. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, right? Isis in this moment definitely feels stuck. So if you feel stuck this week, rest assured the path will soon become clear. We like that. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. So not everything that happens that is bad, quote unquote bad, in the world is a bad direction for the planet. Do you guys understand that at a deeper level? Not everything that happens collectively to Earth is bad because it looks bad. Sometimes that's exactly what we need, right? It's the obstacle that we need to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. I fucking love that because earlier today I said, I was saying a prayer and I felt this connection, the words like illuminate our path. It's illuminating our path. And here it is again, literally illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. And the light of self-knowledge is basically like you really truly knowing who you are and where you stand and where you want to go. But the only way you're going to know where you want to go is you want to know where you're standing. Yes, I claim the elephant energy. I love that. Me too. The seeds that survive the wildfires. I love that. I love that. So, very powerful message for today, you guys. Thank you all for being here. I will be back on Wednesday for the Magic of Venus broadcast, and I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of this week. Sat Nam.